A staggering 99% of executives have seen their businesses face negative consequences due to decisions based on inaccurate time based revenue forecasts. Thankfully, the GSP Product Schedules app allows you to easily and confidently schedule revenue and quantity over time in Salesforce. And you can do that using four scheduling templates that I'll show you now. The four options are straight line, S curve, prorated by month, and prorated by day. Here's how they work. The straight line method means the opportunity product is spread out evenly over time, such as 12 or 24 months, and it's the most commonly used method to schedule opportunity revenue and quantity. For example, if you sell a SaaS product or a warranty contract, you would likely want to spread the revenue evenly over the duration of the contract. The S curve option spreads the revenue or quantity using a normal distribution curve. And when you look at the schedules cumulatively, it takes the shape of an S curve. For example, if you have a lengthy professional services contract with a lower effort at the beginning and end of the contract, then you have a month on month revenue profile resembling an S curve. Prorated by month means the value in the first month reflects the number of days remaining between the start date and the end of the month, with the balance allocated to an additional schedule at the end of the series. And prorated by day means the monthly schedules reflect the number of days in each month, again with the first month respecting its specific start date. Companies with consumption based products often use the prorated approaches because the monthly fee depends on either the specific number of days in the month or there's an adjustment for the start of the contract when it begins mid month. All of these methods apply whether you're using revenue or quantity scheduling. I'll use revenue scheduling here just to show you how each one plays out in the app. Here's an opportunity and I'll add a product. Let's enter a quantity and leave the default sales price. We'll enter a scheduled start date, say January 10, and we'll have 12 schedules. Here's the projection method. That's where we define the template for the scheduled profile. In many companies, the straight line approach applies to all products, in which case we can set straight line as the default pick list value. In fact, in those cases, the salesperson doesn't even need to select it. So let's save this product using the straight line method and open the Manage Schedules page to see the resulting schedules. You can see we have 12 schedules, all of the same value. You can also see the revenue profile in this report chart, filtered on this specific opportunity. That's straight line, but let's change it to S curve and take a look. We can do this easily by selecting Edit from this pick list in the top left. Let's choose S curve as the projection method, and here are the schedules using the S curve method. The approach spreads the individual schedules using a normal distribution curve, which takes the shape of an S curve when viewed cumulatively. Next, let's look at prorated by month. Here are the schedules. As you can see, January reflects the number of days between our start date of January 10 and the end of the month. Then we have 11 even schedules, and the balance from the start of January has been added to an additional schedule in January next year. Here's how that looks on the report chart. There's the reduced amount for January and the balance added to a new schedule at the end. But what about prorated by day? Let's switch to this view. Here are the schedules based on the number of days in each month. For example, you can see the values for the days with 31 months, a slightly lower value for the months with 30 days. February has 28 days, so that's the smallest schedule. And by the way, the calculation does respect leap years. The schedule amount for January reflects the number of days between the schedule start date, January 10, and the end of the month. And to bring everything into balance, there's the additional final schedule for the balance between January 1 and January 9 next year. So these are the four standard ways you can schedule revenue or quantity over time in Salesforce using the GSP Product Schedules app, but you also have the option to create your own custom schedules. For example, we have a customer in the education sector using a serpentine schedule, which reflects the fact that they are busiest in the spring and the fall. So when inaccurate product schedules over time create financial bottlenecks or operational disruptions, the GSP Product Schedules app gives you four projection methods to make life easy. Straight line, S-curve, prorated by month, and prorated by day. Why not visit the App Exchange listing for the app, where you can find more information, customer reviews, and take a 14-day free trial. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.